Name of the village is Padoshe, and Padoshe is known for the Padoshe water treatment plant. You know that Sattari and Bicholi Taluka get the drinking water through the Padoshe water treatment plant. There are two plants on only one river, Sakhri water treatment plant and the Padoshe water treatment plant. So this big water treatment plant that also provide the water not only for the Sattari and Bicholi Taluka but also for the Bardesh Taluka is in Padoshe. So water is taken from Padoshe water treatment plant to the Asnoda water treatment plant. So from there it is provided to the people of the Bardesh Taluka. So now we are in this village of Padoshe. The main village is just you have to climb on the top and then you reach in the village called Padoshe, where you can see the beautiful sacred grove is there. So this sacred grove is called Barazanachi Rai. So 12 people who were responsible for establishing this village, their memorial stones are found in this Barazanachi Rai. So there are also stories regarding the aboriginal people killed in this village. So now this is the place where the Sri Vitthal is brought from the Morley village and the temple was here. And why the temple was established here? Because after establishing Vitthal, Rukmini and Satyabhama, they found that water is oozing out. So whenever the water was coming, the people were celebrating the fair here. And you can see the wonder of the nature is always there. If you just go to Rajapur, there also you will find the water when sacred water comes and become the white. People celebrate it in the annual fair or a fair that is observed after 10 years, 12 years. So in the same way, Kankumbi had that tradition where in Malaprabha river you will find the water become white. So during that time, people after 12 years assemble there to celebrate fair. So this is the place called Padoshe, and this place is known and referred as a Pandrin. So Pandrin is the name that is related with the Pundalika, and I have already told you Pundalika is the word associated with the Kundalika. Kundalika is the main word, got it, no? So he was the exponent of the Kundalika, and because of the Pundalika, this place is called Pandariga. So Pandariga, you find a reference 100 years ago. There was a poet called Gonji Naik Shuroda. So Gonji Naik is from the Shuroda of Punda Taluka, and their family migrated to the Bandirwada in Vithalapur, that is in Karapur village. And Karapur got the name because of the Naks Vomika tree. You know the Naks Vomika tree means the Kadrecha Jhad. So in Goa we have many places named after Kadrecha Jhad. One is Karapur. It is also called Karo, and that is why in Shuroda of Ponda you have the Karai, Karaivado in Chodan area. So all these names are associated with the Kadrecha Jhad. So once upon a time the village of the Karapur was known for this Kadrecha tree, and the place where this beautiful temple was established is called Pandrin. So this is the Pandrin place, and this is also called as a Bhima Tirtha. Got it, no? The water was considered sacred, and you know in India we don't know architecture, we don't know hydrology of the area, and when you build a temple without understanding it, then you have to sacrifice wonder of the nature. So that might be the reason why which the water today became the extinct in this area. But here you can see the Shivlinga has been installed, and I have told you that already that Sri Vitthal is who, whether he is Vishnu or whether he is Shiva. And I have told you the reference of the Naneshwar saying that on the head of the Sri Vitthal you can see the Shivlinga. So he is also worshipped as a Shiva and also worshipped as a Vishnu. So the Vitthal, you know, I have told you that Buddhism, Jainism, all these religions are associated and considering him as a god. And if you read the writing of the Baba Sahib Ambedkar called Sri Vitthal as nothing but the Gautam Buddha. And for last more than 12 years, the Buddhist people who converted from Hinduism to the Buddhism, they conduct the wari in the name of the Buddha. Got it, no? This year also they conducted the wari, but their tradition is totally different from whatever tradition prevail in the Maharashtra. So Sri Vitthal is worshipped as a Buddhist god, as a Jainist god, and in Srinathji, that is in Rajasthan, there is a beautiful temple of the Vallabhacharya, the founder of the Pushti Marga. Pushti Marga means Vishnumaya Jaga, Vaishnavacha Dharma is the theory of the Vishnu, but the Pushti Marga believes that Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. There is no god equivalent to Krishna. And Krishna has no relationship with the Vishnu. Krishna is the creator, destroyer, and he looks after the care of each and everyone. So they call Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. In the whole world, only one God is there, and that is Lord Krishna. So this theory was propounded by Vallabhacharya, and Vallabhacharya was there in Goa, and he was there in the village called Kudni. So in Pushti Marga, they call Sri Vitthal as Vitthal Nathji. Got it, no? And Vitthal Nathji is one of the name of the son of Vallabhacharya. So Vallabhacharya is also associated with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instrumental in converting the tribal people of the Assam into Vaishnavism. And because of his theory, the Shankar Das was also influenced, and that is why in Majuli, the biggest island village, there you will find the influence of the Shankar Das. So Shankar Das and Vallabhacharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these were instrumental in propounding the theory of worship of the Vishnu. So Pushti Marga is the philosophy that believes in the worship of the Krishna. So G. Daleri, one of the eminent scholar who studied about the Sri Vitthal worship, he mentioned that Sri Vitthal is a pastoral god, and pastoral god equivalent to the Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna is the main deity from which the god Vitthal is evolved, and that is why we have the Satyabhama and Rukmini. But in the temple of the Pandharpur, you will not going to see Rukmini and Vitthal. Vitthal is independent temple is there, and Rukmini shrine is temple is situated nearby only. So earlier it was the seat of the Shaivite, got it, no? Shiva worship was there, and now when the Vitthal was brought here, they found this place as a suitable. But then Satroji Rane decided to establish the temple in place where the Muslim demolished the old temple of the Hindu and build the mosque. So here is the example in whole of Goa wherein the mosque was demolished afterward, and the temple of Sri Vitthal was built there, and the year is the 1392. So 1392, the temple of Sri Vitthal was established in Sakri. So you can see how many years, more than 500 years, temple has already completed, and this temple became important seat. But earlier it was a place that was known as a Maruti Garh. So Maruti Garh was having the temple of Bhagwati and Siddheshwar. So in this campus you get the temple of the Sri Vitthal, then Maruti, then Garud, and then Bhagwati temple is nearby. And the beautiful temple of the Pundalik is there. So every year the people visit this area for Tripurari Purnima. So this is about the Pandrin place, got it, no? And you get the reference of the Pandrin in the many Lavani. Lavani of Maharashtra is different, and Lavani of Goa are different. For example, if you go to Brahma Karmari, you can find the folk song Lavani sung in the honor of the Brahmadev. So Brahmadeva, Brahmadeva, Kayadeva, Kayadeva त्याचे नाव थोडं. And Vitthal worship is so popular that you will find more than 10 to 12 songs composed in the honor of Sri Vittal. And one of the songs that was sung is popularly used as a folk song during the Shigmo festival. पंढरीवरून पांडुरंग आला तो साखळी नगरी. येतो भक्तांच्या श्रीहरी वसे समपद. Got it? No, you can see that this is called Samapada position. So he is there in Vittalapur. So Vittalapur is not in Sakri. Got it? No, it is in the Karapur village. And after crossing river, you reach in the village called Pariye. And Pariye is a small portion of the Pariye became popular as a Sakri. So Sakri got the name mainly because of the saltwater intrusion. So saltwater intrusion was taking place, and you can see the conches were found there. So that is why people started calling this river, because of the shellfish, people started calling this river as a Shankhavalli. Got it, no? Shankhavalli became Sakri. And there are some scholars who says because of the chain of the mountain is there, so it looked like the Sakri. So that is why village is called as Sakri. So Sakri town earlier was a part and parcel of the Pariye village, and there was no independent temple in the Sakri. So the main temple was Saptashati Bhumka. So if you go in the temple of the Bhumka in Pariye, you will find she is worshipped along with the 7 mother goddesses. So that is why she is called as, she is enjoying the power of Saptashati. So 7 energies she is equivalent. And you can see the temple is very unique, and one of the important temples in Goa where Sapta Matruka worship is continued. So best Sapta Matruka independent images are there in Dharme village. So the Sapta Matruka, whatever Sapta Matruka worshipped in India, they are different, and here in Goa, whatever Sapta Matrukas are there, they are the folk deities. So here you can see the Shaivism, Shaktism and Vaishnavism, confluence of all these 3 philosophical ideas into one, and he is called as Vittal. So here now you can see Shivlinga has been installed, and the main idol sculpture is taken to the temple in Vittalapur. And you can find the finest blend of the Shaivism and Vaishnavism in the temple, because every year during the full moon day of the Chaitra Purnima, people celebrate Rathotsav, but before Rathotsav you can see Virbhadra tradition is there, and Virbhadra is the son of Shiva, believed to be the son of the Shiva. Got it, no? And you know the Daksha Shan is played in the folk drama Dashavatar, and then you can see afterward when you know Parvati, goddess Parvati jumped into the burning fire and turned into ashes. The Shiva became enraged, and he invited the Virbhadra to come, and Virbhadra destroyed the yajna of the Daksha and killed the Daksha. So Virbhadra tradition is there in Goa. You can see it is in the temple of the Sri Vittal in Vittalapur. Then you can see in front of the Shantadurga temple in Vicholi. Then you can see it in the temple of Vittal in Ponda. And then you can see it in the temple of Paikdev in Sange Taluka. So earlier the tradition of Virbhadra, Virbhadra tradition is not a Goan tradition. It came almost more than 500 years ago from Karnataka. So if you visit the Udupi, the coastal place, district of the Karnataka, you can see many temple of the Virbhadra is there. And best temple of the Virbhadra, if you want to see, then you can go to the Sagar, Shivamogga, what is called today Shivamogga. So if you go in the interior village of the Shivamogga, you will find the Virbhadra is the presiding deity there. So that is why every year when the Virbhadra folk dance is performed, they say Kailasa Valige Virbhadra Anna. So these are the words that are chanted, and it clearly explain you the influence of the Karnataka's culture and the Kannada language. So this is the Pandri,